young corvids from the pig farm end in a hide disguised as a big sty. Today is different. The birds are still flopping in for the pig nuts. Now shooter Matt Turley has a new strategy. It's pig farm crow shooting using the camouflage provided by an adjoining orchard. Think of it as the pork and apple approach.
I like to keep these crows on their toes. Obviously we're here to do a job and shoot as many as we can. And obviously sitting out on the pig field day in, day out, these crows get wise to it. So yeah, just by changing it up a bit, hide in the trees, hit them from a different angle.
It's been a big year for crow shooting here on this farm in Somerset.
This would be day number 11 now.
And roughly speaking, how many have you brought down, do you reckon?
4,200.
Matt sets up the hide in among the apple trees. It's a simple technique: nets either side of a row of trees and a few decoys on poles in other nearby trees. He has high hopes for the bag today, but if this new approach doesn't work, he has a card or two he can still play.
It's one of those things, I suppose, not a lot of people do control crows. Cost of cartridges being the main issue at the moment. So yeah, they're left alone and breeding very well. These birds here, they got access to good food 24/7. Sunday morning, just as far as you could see, was just crows stacked up, waiting to come in.
We're on the flight line. A few come to inspect the deeks on the lofting poles. Matt isn't satisfied with their response. He plays his first card.
Just put out some more decoys just to try and pull him in off the flight line. They're taking a bit of a wide berth from us this morning, so we just want to pull them in a little bit closer. They had a fair bit of pressure on Sunday, so it's to be expected this morning.
He gets a few more past him thanks to the decoys. He still reckons there are improvements to make. It's time to try something new.
Never before tried, I think, is what we're trying. It's normally we use a flapper on a pole in the tree, so we're just messing around to see how they react to a magnet up a tree. An aerial magnet, yeah. It's just nice to try and give these crows something different. So yeah, the proof will be in the pudding, as they say. Oh,
Teething problems solved, he gets it going. The birds start coming into it. It seems to work.
it does. We have liftoff. I don't know, he's coming down.
And so is born the crowcopter, or the Turley-Whurley. Suggestions for names for it in the comments below, please. The rest of the morning is less about the birds in front of the gun and more about the man behind it.
Like this one now is coming straight at that magnet. Look at that, all the way in. And all the way out again.
Matt seems to hit the reachy birds but has trouble with the ones close to. He has a simple explanation for that.
Your lead pattern is like shooting a marble. Nigel shot one back along. It just took the wings and everything clean off of it because of how close it was.
What choke have you got on that?
Quarter.
Is that a conscious choice?
No, that's because what was in it when I bought it. I don't tend to worry too much about choke.
As the sun gets higher, the birds get fewer. Matt can go out and pick up. He has a top tip on lofting poles. Don't buy the expensive poles sold to pigeon shooters. His choice is a second-hand 9-metre fishing pole, this one made by Maver, which he bought on eBay for less than £30.
The Jack Pike lofting hooks fit neatly in the top. I've got one here. Obviously just slide it in the top, and then you can reach the top of your tray.
It may be a modest bag, but Matt is happy with how this morning has gone. He doesn't just have dead crows, he has proof of concept.
We started off this morning with just about 4 or 5 lofted crows in the trees, and they didn't want to know. But obviously we put that one up, and within 3 or 4 minutes the first one came right to us. And everyone after that did exactly the same. It pulled off of that flight line and came in. I think at the moment, a lot of it's to do with this heat that we're experiencing. They're not really feeding. You may find that they feed last thing tonight. If we were to come back here at 7:30, 7:45, there would be a lot of birds here again.
And how many more days do you reckon you'll have here before?
We should be still going 3 or 4 days a week now until the end of September.
You're going to hit 10,000, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, more than likely.